Hello, Miss Dowley here. So happy World Book Day. So today I'm going to be reading the story of the egg, and I have a very special friend joining us. I hope you can see here that I have got Baby Yoda, or actually his real name, Grogu Fee. So I'm going to read the story of the egg. I love this story. It's one that really makes me smile. And it's written by M.P. Robertson. So here we can see there's a boy sat on a bed and he's sat on a very, very large egg. The blurb at the back says, when George discovers a rather large egg under his mother's favourite chicken, he soon finds himself looking after a baby dragon. George takes his job as a parent seriously, giving the dragon lessons in how to distress a damsel and how to duff a knight. But the dragon begins to pine for his own kind, and one day he disappears. Let's have a look. The egg. And this always makes me laugh because here's the chicken coop, and here you can see a gigantic egg falling down through the sky. You know where it's going to land. George knew that something wasn't quite right when he found more than he had bargained for under his mother's favourite chicken. And there we can see the chicken house with a big hole in and all the chickens scattered. And here we can see the egg with the chicken sat on top. He moved the egg to the warmth of his bedroom, and for 3 days and 3 nights he read the egg stories. And what I like, his bedposts have got egg cups on there. On the 3rd night, the egg started to rumble. Something was hatching, and it definitely wasn't a chicken. And here you can see, look, a bit of smoke coming out, starting to crack in a hole. And here, the eye. Wondering what that might be. When the dragon saw George, it gave a chirp of delight. George didn't speak dragon, but he knew exactly what the dragon had said. Mummy! George had never been a mother before, but he knew that it was his motherly duty to teach the dragon dragony ways. The first lesson he taught was the fine art of flying. And I think you can see from these pictures that the dragon got the hang of this very quickly. The second lesson was fire and how to breathe it. And the third lesson was how to distress a damsel. And it looks like he's got one of his friends there and he's tied her up and they're making silly faces at her, seeing if they can upset her. The final lesson was how to duff a knight. And hopefully you can see here he's got colander on his head and he's got his sword. The dragon is practicing his fire skills, and here he's picked him up and is carrying him along. Every night, as all good mothers should, George read the dragon a bedtime story. One night, as he read from a book of dragon tales, the dragon looked longingly at the pictures. A sizzling tear rolled down his scaly cheek. The dragon was lonely. He was missing his own kind. The next morning, the dragon had gone. George was very sad. He thought he would never see his dragon again. But 7 nights later, he was woken by the beating of wings. Excitedly, he pulled back the curtains, and there, perched in the tree, was the dragon. George opened the window and clambered onto his back. And off they go on an adventure. They soared into the night, chasing the moon around the world, over oceans and mountains and cities. Faster and faster they went until they came to a place that was neither north nor south, east nor west. It looks so exciting going above the clouds towards the moon. They swooped down through the clouds into a cave that gaped like a dragon's jaw. This was the place where dragons lived. The dragon gave a roar of delight. He was home at last. And look, just checking you can see all the other dragons that are there. He'd found his dragon family. Finally, it was time for George to leave. Up they flew, chasing sleep through the night until they could see his home below. George hugged his dragon tight, and the dragon gave a roar. George didn't speak dragon, but he knew exactly what the dragon had said. Thank you. Oh. And that was the end of my story, The Egg. I think baby Grogo, baby Yoda enjoyed that one, and I really hope you did too. Thank you for joining me. Enjoy the rest of World Book Day.